All right. I'll post it out to my guys because you know what?
Because I don't really know. I haven't really planned anything. So, hey.
Just be like, we just felt like talking. That is a fantastic name. No, they're not. They're not the Xbox cast. Yeah, good. Wait, you're muted.
I was muted that whole time. Because I was muted it for
That's okay. The people are going to be flooding in. We can cut the intro. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Got the notification there. The Xbox cast is live.
Yep, that's going to confuse everybody.
Sorry, the not Xbox cast
The
is
not
live.
Xbox cast is live.
This
Welcome
is
to
the
not Xbox cast.
This is the so it's 1/3 of the Hall of Gamers meet presents the Xbox cast. So it's the Xbox Gamers, which is the Xbox.
Oh, the Xbox
Gamers.
Gamer. We are Xbox. We are Xbox Gamers. That's true.
100%.
We're happy with quite a while. So, Game Pass.
Game Pass.
Game Pass. Do you like Game Pass?
Game Pass is great. Game Pass saves me so much money in the games.
When's the last time you bought a game?
See, I buy games all the time, but games that are not in Game Pass.
Yeah, it's games. Normal games.
You know what? Actually, I bought Back for Blood the other day for $5 because EB were clearing them out.
Ah, interesting.
So I mean, like, it is in Game Pass at the moment. It got added October last year, but at the same time, I was like, I mean, $5.
Oh,
a coaster. Sure. I got a frisbee. I've got a coaster. I've got
put it next to all the rest of the games that are on Game Pass that you've already purchased.
That's 100%. If I went through those, probably quite a decent amount of them.
Yeah, I keep thinking they're selling them because I have like Doom and all sorts of games that I brought like when it came out. I bought these games.
Yeah,
and then never did anything with them.
There's so many of like the Bethesda acquired ones and that now that are like, you try and trade in like a copy of Doom 2016. You're not even going to get $1 for it. They sell it for 95 cents.
No, but you can put it on Trade Me and catch people out, or eBay, like you get, because they have no idea and they would buy it anyway.
Yep.
Which is awesome. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. What should we say? So I was thinking. So what are you playing currently on Game Pass then? What are your kind of recommendations for really cool games on Game Pass? Let's start at the games we're playing currently. We'll go back in.
Look. Recommendations and games that I'm currently playing in Game Pass are two vastly different categories.
Oh, true, because you play a lot of rubbish.
So, in terms of games that are leaving at the moment, like Dodgeball Academia, I quite enjoyed.
Oh, okay.
I probably
for the sake of playing it.
I mean, like, it's only a 4-hour completion if you're using a guide, but it's one of those games that kind of feels like overstays its welcome just a little bit.
Hey, like, please, I just need to stop now.
Yeah, it's just like, I think I can sleep now and do the rest tomorrow kind of game.
Yeah.
It's like one of those story games, but then at the same time, like, I don't know what's with me lately. I've been really getting into dodgeball level games.
What does that mean? What do you mean dodgeball level games?
So games leaving Game Pass. Last month, there was Lethal League Blaze, which is essentially a fighting arcade game, but you grab a ball, charge it up, and then throw it at the opponent to kill them.
It's Speedball.
Speedball.
I love that game. Speedball 2 is amazing. I love that game. It's like the best game on PC at the time.
It's a good game for 4 to 5 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, no,
And
the
then
speedball thing is just stupid. You're just trying to injure the other team. That's all you're trying to do the whole time.
yeah. Well, this is like that kind of game mechanic, just stretched out to like 20, 25 hours of gameplay because it's got achievements like complete the arcade mode with every single character. And complete the arcade mode without using a continue, which I got as my second achievement. It's not that hard.
Oh,
but there's random an RNG achievement of get 16 like there's a volleyball mode in the game, and there's 16 volleys back and forth between you and an AI opponent.
Oh, does that rely on the AI person though too much, or not too bad?
Yeah, you get to like 10 throws in, and then they're just like, all right, I'm just going to absolutely decimate you. And it's like, all right, cool. Not really what I was hoping for, but...
Do you know, I've been a little obsessed with match point for some reason.
You're crazy.
Don't know why. I played it the first time, day one I played it. It was so bad. I was like, okay, so I was really bad at it. I kept losing. And then I went back to it yesterday, and they fixed it. So now when you play against people, they're not... Because your rating's like 20, and their rating's like 60. And you lose, because they're really good. Yeah. You like lose 6-1 in a set, like you get destroyed. And then I jumped in yesterday and I had to play again. I'm 28, maybe 30 on some of my ret stats, and someone had 10 as on their kind of. I was like, oh wait a minute, this guy's actually rubbish. Which is how it should be on a qualifier. Like you should play against rubbish people on a qualifier, and then they get better as the game goes, and not go on like guys that are like 5 or 6 times better than you, get destroyed and get sad.
Brings up, you know what a Smurf is, yeah?
A Smurf, little blue guy.
Smurfing, not that Smurf. You know what a Smurf is in gaming, yeah? Like somebody that like pretends to be a bad player.
Oh, I see. Yes,
but is actually like quite experienced one. I'm just wondering if there's any Smurfs in like Match Point Tennis.
There's something going on.
Games like that.
There's something happening with that game. It's very weird. But I was playing tonight, and I kind of went, okay, so I won the tournament. I was like, cool, I actually won a tournament for the first time last night, and I jumped in today, and I was beating people better than me still, and it was kind of hard. It was getting harder. It was like they fixed the hardness of it. So you kind of expect the first game to be easy, and then it gets harder as you go through a tournament.
Yeah,
and it was exactly like that. Like the first game was really easy. Second game was harder. Third game, he destroyed me. I was like, well, that's fine because I just kind of went up through the tournament.
Like ease you into the game kind of element.
Yeah, that's what they should do. Not just go because the first game's a tie break you play, and I lost like 7-0 or something or 7-1. I was like, well, this is fun. I'm really enjoying this.
Yes, fun.
Fun.
I was going to ask with that, like back to the Smurf comment. My mind immediately just wandered off to the player. You've seen like the new WWE like character creators and that. Yeah,
how bad it was. You mean?
I mean, like they go wild with some of the ideas. Like, hey, I feel like playing a Frost Giant. Let's pick a Frost Giant kind of situation and having that level thing. I'm just thinking of like 2 Smurfs playing tennis back and forth,
pretending to be rubbish or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see the. I can see the appeal in like games like Top Spin.
Yeah,
like back in the earlier days.
Yeah, I was talking to Kinsman because I used to love tennis games for some reason. I used to play them. I don't know why I used to play them, but I was talking to Kinsman about it. He says, "Why don't you go and play these Zelda games because they're way better than that rubbish you're playing currently." Was this kind of, and there's unattainable as well, so it should really annoy most people.
There's so many games launching at the moment that have unattainables. Like
it's a really funny unattainable. It's like if you have to get all the achievements, 100% all the rest of the achievements to get this achievement, but you can't get that achievement because it doesn't. Well, you can't. It doesn't matter if you do all the achievements. You can't get that unattainable.
Most of the time, I think it's just a simple thing of like, hey, all right, we're going to have an achievement list with 30 achievements. One of them is going to be unlock all achievements. Yes, and then they code it to unlock 30 achievements rather than thinking
29.
Hey, 29, yeah.
I would be negative surprised. Yes.
I tell you, any dev that I work with is never getting an unlock all achievements achievement in their game. It's not happening.
How are you finding that working with dev thing? Because is it changed the job? Or what you started off as you were doing, your new role you've got?
Mm.
Is it different to how you expected? Did you have any expectations?
I think workload is the only like types of, what's the best way to explain this? Types of work. Like I had a feeling like it would be like, contacting PR, that kind of stuff, contacting influencers, sending out keys.
All kind of, making friends with people and getting
friends. Yeah. In terms of workload though, it's a lot different because mine, like I've very much been in a 9 to 5 job for so long, or even back at KFC, like just
Shifts,
8 hour shift kind of thing. Yeah. Whereas in this is a little bit more of like, I might have a meeting at 11 o'clock that might go to 1, but then I might have a meeting that I need to stay up late for at,
You've been UK
9 or so.
training and stuff, haven't you? Like
Yeah.
training course in the UK.
There's a course called Safe in Our World, which is mental health first
So
aid.
that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Must be quite an interesting thing to look at.
It's good.
To see and talk about.
Like last night was like actually the best thing that we got out of last night is discussion about suicide prevention. And it was the one thing I like remember from that session was, and it seems counterintuitive, is like asking that person, do they have a plan if they're in that frame? Right?
Oh, how far are they taking it, you mean? Mentally,
yeah,
like,
do you, like, obviously, I wouldn't say everybody, but, a lot of people do have those kind of thoughts.
Yeah.
It's whether they have that association to actually, like, do you have a plan? Like, how far has this gone? Because if they do, that's when you're just like, all right, well, we need to
red flag here. Yeah, this is an issue.
But if they don't, you'll see in some people that they'll immediately like backtrack, like, no, I didn't mean it like that kind of situation. And it kind of, you can, those people that do have the plan, you need a much more delicate touch.
God, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was talking to my mate today, I went to lunch with my mate today, and I was talking about I did the St. John first aid course, and there was like a mental, I guess it's like a first aid mental course you can do as well for helping mental illness people. And he said he did a suicide one as well, and he did that same thing as you, I think, the sound of it, and took that next step of kind of dealing with people who are suicidal. And he's a fireman, he's a volunteer fireman, so it's kind of part of that.
Like it's very interesting. Like there's a framework that we've been learning about too called Respond, which is essentially like, when you're doing CPR, you got your doctor ABCD.
Yep.
ABCD.
Yeah, ABCD, yeah.
Yeah, just essentially like mirroring it back to that, like recognizing signs.
Yep.
And like going through that framework to try and get them to, be supportive and help them.
The responses and stuff you get off them, and yeah.
And then at the same time, just trying to associate it back to, like the thing is, because I'm, working as community manager and marketing, like the community management stuff, like online is that hard to, like, you're trying to identify signs of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, constantly. So I'll just turn Discord off because it's beeping at me. I don't know if you
I was like, is that mine or yours?
No, it's mine. I'm in streaming mode, but that doesn't make any difference. Discord still seems to talk.
Yep.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, especially having talked to the guy about it today. And it seems to be a thing that happens. New Zealand doesn't seem to recognise it though, which is odd as well. I don't understand that.
Yeah, like this course I've been trying. Like originally booked it in for June and got like a nice 4 to 7 p.m. time slot. I'm like, nice. Yeah, sweet, this is going to be great.
Awesome.
And then they're just like, oh, we're overbooked. We need to move you to July. And I'm like, all right, well, I've waited like 3 or 4 months to get into this class because it's all free.
Is it from the company free or just?
No, like I always mess up my pronunciation of free and free. There we go.
It's English. Right, it's an English thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Just, I can't drag. Yeah.
3. Yes.
I have to like purposely like drag my tongue, kind of thing.
I blame my English education for not teaching me to speak properly.
I've always had it pointed out to me, and I'm just like, oh, what can you do? Kind of situation. But
number 3. There you go. Just say that. Yeah. That confuses people.
Yeah, 100%. But no, it's been great. It's really helpful. Like really handy course, and at the same time, just trying to do all my other social media courses. That's why I'm that's why I'm taking a break from Hog, because I'm kind of like, I've been trying to do my last 4 projects for the last 2-3 months now.
You just want to get them done. Yeah.
It's like it's another week problem. But yeah.
Yeah, podcast is intense. Like it's a lot of work. So especially if you're doing the production side of it as well. Like there's way more to it than just talking.
I will say though, with the new job, the one thing I'm finding myself doing more is like reading like the newsletters, reading like Games Digest, press lists, like kind of stuff being sent out, other than like it used to be like have a look at an Xbox site, have a look at IGN maybe or Kotaku or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm finding myself like True Achievements, VGC, press lists.
Oh, so I've signed
now.
up for Warner Brothers. I've signed up for Square Enix.
Mm.
I've gone in as press and got all their newsletters sent to me. So I get all that information sent to me as well. Which I read it and go, oh, that's interesting. And then I see there's a new headline like an hour later from someone who obviously got the same email as me going, oh, massive story they wrote about it. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you knock out a story? That much detail in an hour.
There was one I saw the other day, and I can't think of the full title off the top of my head. But we've been doing like PR in different regions at the moment. So I've been talking to people from Latin America and Korea and Japan, and like Japan for particular is a hard market to crack into because it's very like your culture.
It's insular, isn't it?
Shocking that, yeah. But then with Korea the other day, there's a Korean press website that I was reading, and there was just like one comment at the bottom, just like she has like an article about women's feet or something, and I was like, that's really weird.
Was it an interesting article?
I didn't click.
I didn't read it. Okay.
But it just, I think I was just like browsing the website in the middle of the meeting, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get that in Western press.
Yeah, probably not something that they
it floats to the top.
So they do, but two game releases, one doing early access in September and one in October.
Yeah.
So we're starting to get ready for all of that.
Who's the company you work for?
TIC, the Iterative Collective, based out of Singapore.
Right, okay. And what are they known for, games-wise?
Only Signal State of the Stage, but you're probably not aware of it. It's essentially post-apocalyptic. We've gone back to like the Stone Age kind of thing. We've got all these machinery around that we can't
trying to fix or
we can't power by electrical methods and all that. So we're using modular synthesizers.
Oh, okay.
To do the job. So it's very logical.
Yes.
Like in terms of problem solving, splitting modules, separating your synth sounds by their levels, that kind of stuff. It's very technical. I'll be honest. It's a very niche thing that I don't fully understand myself. But you know what? It's interesting at the same time because you see these other gaming communities that that's essentially like, you're an outsider looking in, and these people have such a passion for it. Like I was talking to my boss today. Originally, when the game released, there was a real problem with spoilers being posted. Like people asking for puzzle help in the Discord for the game, and people were having a real problem with it. And one person volunteered to write a little bot, which essentially every image that gets posted in there is now spoiler tagged.
Right. Yeah.
Just to help with that level of community.
Yep.
It's interesting too because we had like a few people like, I love the game demo so much. Can I translate this to my local language so my friends can play it, kind of thing.
Wow. Okay.
And it's like, all right, what do you do for those kind of people? Like, because it's not. Well, because you're not going through someone legitimate, like
but
like
you look at some of the mods that who is it? Some of the games that they get mods made for them, and then the company will employ that person who makes the mod, won't they? They'll give them a job and say, actually, you're really good at this programming, and can you come work for us?
Yeah. I think the most famous example of that is the GTA 5 loading screen.
Oh yeah, that's right. The guy who fixed it, so it actually loaded up quicker. Yeah, deleted the DLL file, whatever he did to it.
Yeah, which is. Because it
was something stupid, wasn't it? Like he changed the DLL around or something, and
I think it was something very tiny that was continuously looping, and it was running the memory to max.
Of some sort.
Yeah, which is just so. What do you mean, Kyle shaved? This is so funny because I haven't shaved all week, so I'm just gonna leave it a few weeks, come back on the podcast, and see how long. See if I have a beard like leaves.
Just go for it, mate. This only took me a day. So, I shaved this morning.
Oh, jeez. It'll be that messy. It'll be like never growing a beard again, but that's fine.
it's a thing you got to do, and then get it. You got to get over the messy. You got to kind of put up with it for a bit until it gets better.
It comes in stages, yeah. There's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the like the nothing there stage, the everything looks bad because nothing's filled in stage, and then glorious
kind
beard.
of. But you've got to kind of shave it back a few times. Grow it, shave it back, grow it, shave it back, and then your face gets used to growing a beard. I think that's what you have to do.
Okay.
It's kind of weird. Unexpected conversation about beard growing. Okay, shall we go back to Game Pass? I brought up the Game Pass counter. One thing that did come out was that Game Pass counter was really cool. Should we go?
So Mike Zoke runs that completely, and he does a really good job.
Amazing job, yeah. And he did a PlayStation one as well, which was quite fun.
Yeah.
I guess it's not as good as a Game Pass.
I mean, I kind of look at the PlayStation one. I'm kind of like, until they get to, you know what? If PlayStation gets day one exclusives, that's when I'll buy PlayStation.
Do you think they will though? I just don't know if it's in PlayStation's. It's like Switch, like Nintendo, isn't it? They just can't kind of give stuff away. They have to charge.
Unless it's a monetary thing where they just can't afford to do it. But I think eventually Xbox will move their hand will be forced. Like PlayStation's hand will be forced. They'll have to do like a day one kind of thing. Because even
Game Pass kind of forced them to do what they're doing now, isn't it? Even though they've done it kind of weirdly, but they still got forced to do it.
Otherwise, they wouldn't have done like the fact
they've never done it. No.
Game demos, though, requiring paid subscriptions.
Yes, genius. Yeah, but Nintendo's just as bad with their subscriptions. The kind of free games they give away are not that great, and it's quite expensive. It's just not.
That's why I stick with Steam and Xbox, because it's like always going to be the case of you're going to be able to, game demos should be exactly that, demonstrating what the game is.
Exactly, a taster of the game. Yeah. I can bring up on screen. What's coming up? Let's do what's coming up quickly, or slowly. It doesn't really matter. As Dusk Falls.
Have you played it yet?
No. Should I?
It's really good. Me and Nikita.
It is okay.
It's okay. So caveat to it, I don't gel with the one frame kind of art style that it has.
The art style's weird. Yeah.
It's serviceable, but the voice acting is really good.
Okay. So we were talking about, me and Carl talking about it, and we were wondering how it worked, because isn't she's Swedish or French? No, she's French, isn't she? The one who wrote it or was involved in the development of it.
No, I'm not too sure. I know it's Interior Night is the team behind it.
Yeah, so the main woman or person involved is actually French, and we wondered if there'd be some sort of strange, like a European looking at American lifestyle kind of story going on.
Okay, not like I've only played the first 3 chapters, so there's 2 books. The first book is called Collision, which is like all the events that happened. I guess I don't know how to refer it in time, because there's like 30 years like spread over 2 different events.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know whether to say that the first one's 30 years in the part. I guess it is.
Well, you can talk about the first one, because everyone's going to play the first one, aren't they?
Yeah. So the first one's like they're essentially moving. The main guy's basically being like, he's worked as an air mechanic. So fixing planes. They've attempted to sue him because they're saying that he was negligent. Yep. In something he's done, even though he's he says like, no, absolutely not me, kind of thing. So yeah, they decide to move. He's like debating whether to take the money and all that at the same time. As they're traveling, they get run off the road by this trio of brothers, kind of like I wouldn't say like a redneck kind of family, but like more of a southern type. Yep. And then essentially goes from there. The main family goes to stay at a motel for the night, and then you find out the 3 brothers rob the sheriff's house, and then stay at the same motel, and it quickly descends from there. But at the end of each chapter, essentially it breaks into like 30. You know how you play a Telltale game?
And it says like what people did.
Yeah, Lee will remember this or something like that. You get to the end of each chapter, and it gives you like your pathway and choices. There's like 30 different choices there.
Yeah, so it's a Telltale. It's exactly like a Telltale, isn't it? So replayable then, do you think? Do you think you'd go, actually, I want to try this way? Or
I think this is the first game I've seen in a while that feels a little bit more like open than a Telltale. Like,
yes, yeah. 'Cause
I
Telltale
don't know.
doesn't really make a huge difference.
Yeah.
A little bit. They say this person will remember that, but you're like, yeah, but what does that actually mean to the story sometimes?
Like the biggest difference I think is like the end of season 2 where like you can pick between one character dying and another
Oh yeah.
kind of situation. Whereas in this game, I feel like there's quite a few like different roads you can take with it. I'm not sure about chapters 4, 5, and 6 yet.
Yep.
But like it had such a like, I'm not going to say like it was the most amazing story or anything, but I was captivated enough that, you know, me and Nikita played it. We just shared a controller and, you know, picked a choice between us. It was like TV show that you're really invested in. And you're like, oh my God, why would they do that kind of...
So is it quick time events or is it just purely you have time to think about the answers? There's
a few quick time events. But then if it's an important decision, you've like it basically freezes time. If it's like a decision that doesn't really impact the story that much, like a Telltale level 1, it's like a 15-second timer.
Yep.
But then
panic A, just press A.
Yeah. We decided with our run through though that we were going to do games that. Sorry, there was like an option that came up, and I continuously say it in the Hall of Gamers Discord, but it was tell a joke to like ease the tension, as like Rotzer Robber's favorite ice cream. Ice cream. And then they actually laughed to it. So I'm like, all right, cool. We have an in. We need to tell a joke every chance this game gives us.
Yes.
And then it's like, all right, tell the next joke. You're a redneck hillbilly. And it's like, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah, read the room. That's not a great joke.
And then he just looks at you. He's like, that'd be funny if you weren't so stupid. It's like, all right, fair enough. But I found that the main character, like Vince, I think the main thing with these kind of games is though you need a relatable main character.
Yeah, of course you need a hook. You need someone to actually you can. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and like the main character Vince is like very much like, at least how I played him, very much a family man. Like a lot of these kind of situations, I think as a parent, like, well, I wouldn't want my daughter in that situation, kind of stuff. Yeah, that's immediately where my mind goes.
It's funny. So because I was playing Wolf Among Us, and I decided to play it like a wolf, which meant if someone's arm's going to get ripped off, his arm's going to get ripped off. So I was kind of like, I'm a wolf now. I'm not playing me as a person. I'm playing a character as a wolf, and it's a completely different way to play. I would never play that way normally. Like I pulled the guy's head off at the end, and I pulled off the monster's arm, and I just went, I'm just gonna be wolf.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw all the XboxCast community going, yeah.
Yeah, no. Kingston was watching me it's like, you didn't have to do that. I was like, I know, but I wanted to see the reaction to everyone when I did it. Like how people treated you. Because I know you kind of obviously feel disappointed and say you could just let him fall down the well.
I was so stoked for the longest time about the Wolf Among Us, the second one, the sequel. And then the whole Telltale stuff, like just shutting down.
It's coming though, isn't it? Aren't they talking about it again, aren't they?
It's coming because a new company formed as Telltale to take over it.
Yep.
But at the same time, for them to bring it back with the trailer with one of my favorite songs of all time, I'm so hyped.
It's going to be awesome, yeah.
Proto Man, Light of the Night is amazing.
Say that again?
The Proto Man, Light of the Night.
Oh, okay.
Such an amazing song.
Don't know.
But if you ask Matt, it's their only good song, which I vastly disagree with.
Right.
Anyway, what else we got in Game Pass?
Okay, cool. Actually, so Assassin's Creed Origins. Have you played this game?
I completed it. It's like one of the only Assassin's Creeds.
Wow, that's amazing because that's a huge game, isn't it?
50 hours?
Really?
I think so.
That doesn't seem much because it's open world, isn't it? Like, look,
I'm gonna look it up now, and it's gonna be like 120 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because I did. I think Unity I did, and it was a decent amount of time just doing Unity. I don't remember not being that quick.
Estimate is 74 to 98 hours.
Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah.
But
and you did it at 50. Did you just speed?
I've apparently played 133, but then at the same time, I will leave my console running, so my time, keeps accumulating. Yeah. But no, it's a really good game. I think out of the I would say like the RPG elements are stronger in like Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. Um, that's definitely the best of the three. Because Odyssey was the one where they added like, all right, let's make the XP leveling so slow that we can charge, double XP packs and that kind of stuff. And then Valhalla is just a joke in itself in terms of time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying Valhalla, but it's a ridiculous game because it keeps going in circles, doesn't it? Like it doesn't
I
actually
mean,
end.
it's a great game, but at the same time, it's too much content.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it just keeps going. And also they kind of introduced raids and stuff, didn't they?
I haven't played it since then. But then it's also at that point in time where all the new Ubisoft stuff season passes are like $60 now. I swear they used to be like 40.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah. And they come on sale
Like
quite cheap as well.
yeah, like the price. Ubisoft used to be like at that point where like gold would be 75% off after like 12 months to like 18 months, and
Yep.
then
Yeah, yeah.
everybody like, all right, perfect time, pick it up, kind of stuff. But now it's just beyond ridiculous.
They've turned to the EA, haven't they? That's what they've done.
Mm. Too
They
money
kind of
hungry.
just got greedy.
But you know what? At least they're not shutting down Roller Champions.
Oh yeah, I know. Everyone's gutted about that.
What, that they're keeping it open or they're not?
Just everyone was like, "Oh, that game. That's right. That game came out."
That's the most amount of marketing that the game got was, hey,
Yeah,
you know that game that launched like a month or two ago?
and
It's not getting
that's
shut
no
down.
thing. Yeah, they freaked out, didn't they? They were like, "No, no, it's fine. We're not going to shut it down, really," or something. It was really weird.
Yeah, it was a response to Jeff Grubb was on Xbox Era the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I just got a message saying that they're closing after season 3." And it's like, wait, they've only just launched. Like I know Hyperscape did really poorly.
I did play one game in that.
Yeah. I re-downloaded Knockout City tonight just before this. Because I'm like, you know what? I've done Lethal League Blaze, I've done Dodgeball Academia.
You're in the mood.
Let's get all the dodgeball games done. Looked for 5 minutes after downloading 17 gig. Nothing.
17 gig.
It's like 17 gig. It's a great game though. That's the thing that annoys me because at launch I loved it. I played it like really. It's like Naraka. Yeah, I played it really solid for a few weeks.
Yep.
And then I just dipped. And I'm like, oh, I'll go clean this up at a later date, kind of thing. And now I can't get any games.
Oh, because no one's playing it.
Yep.
So what if Naraka? Let's talk about Naraka.
Naraka is amazing.
Naraka is amazing, isn't it?
Except for the level 25 weapons.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
So I'm like, I've put in. So max level for a weapon is level 25. Like you getting XP. I've tested a few Furies, trying to level it up faster, like holding 6 dual blades at the same time, seeing if it.
It's funny, isn't it?
gives you
Because you
more.
can carry a weapon but get XP on it without using it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is weird. So I thought, okay, you got 6 weapon slots. Let's open all the weapon
All
slots up
six. Nice.
and carry 6 of the same weapon. Because surely, if I'm getting XP for something
yeah,
that's
6
been
times as fast.
no,
No,
doesn't work like that.
doesn't work. So you're better off carrying 6 different weapons in, really.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, like, I mean, you only need to max out 1 ranged and 1 melee.
For the achievement.
But, like, I'm down to 4 achievements to go. One of them very close with the other one. So one is, like, doing all the tasks as the chosen one and, like, fully maxing out that, like, winning 5 games.
Yeah, all the little tasks, and then they give you a little
Yeah.
pre-picture, and then take you to the next chapter, all the next
Yeah.
kind of bit. Yeah.
So that's that one. And then there's 20 for the
Is that for
bottom
all
one.
characters? All 12 characters?
No, just one that you need a max.
Oh, right,
and then there's
okay.
20 of those stages,
Yep.
which you can just pick any character. Like you max just 4, you can do 12 like once, and then just add on a little bit more.
So what's funny, I've just listened to. So Adam, we did our review of the Microsoft Bethesda thing,
Yep.
and we talked at the very end about Naraka, going, this game could be awesome. It's got a really good premise behind it. It's got some good. It's like the game seems to do well in. I think it was out in Japan or something, wasn't it? It was out previously somewhere on Steam or somewhere. It was out already and was doing quite well. We
Southeast
weren't
Asia
first,
somewhere. I don't.
we weren't first, were we? We got it like a bit later after it came out already.
Yeah, no,
There
they've
was a
been
whole
doing
bunch of
Steam.
there was a bunch of PC players playing it already, I think.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
So we talked about it when it sounds really cool. Like we wrote the idea of a melee, because the problem with Fortnite is you get sniped from miles away, or any of those sorts of games. There's always snipers out there that kill you immediately. Whereas this is actually just more fair because you're face to face. And you said you were kind of like when I'll just listen to you up on Naraka, and you're kind of gone to Naraka and gone. It does sound really cool. Not sure because you know nothing about it, but it does seem like it's cool because it's doing well at the time. Somewhere else it's doing quite well, so it could be quite good.
That's the thing though. Like I'm very much like, there's other achievement hunters out there that are very much in the mindset of like, if I add something to my tag, I need to complete it.
Complete it. Yes.
Whereas, and I'm very much of if I don't at least experience an hour of the game, I'm robbing myself of a potential experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
no, I'm the same. Yeah, exactly.
You'll have games come out that have unobtainable achievements, for example, like Match Point Tennis. Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably not the best example for me, but it is for you. But if you're not willing to dive the game and find that unobtainable, then who's going to do it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, someone's got to play it. Yeah.
Like somebody has to test the waters for the completionists.
Yeah. That's very true. Yeah, who makes all the information, writes all the guides and stuff if no one's going to play the games? Yeah. Interesting.
It's why I think the content creators that actually make guides and that are so crazy, because a few of them are like going through a game 3 or 4 times just to get the level of content required to be able to make a guide
properly. Yeah.
Accidentally pop something wrong that doesn't work with a current update. They have to go back on a separate tag, refilm that footage to get that achievement pop, kind of thing.
Yeah. And it happens quite a lot now. Games are getting updated. They never come out finished, do they? Games now. So
I will say one though that got added to Game Pass quite a while ago that I've had an eye on, Library of Runia, got an update today, and that's fixed the last broken achievement for that.
Oh, cool. Okay. So what's that game? I don't know that game.
Library of Runia. I haven't played it since launch. I didn't really understand what I was doing.
Okay.
Become the owner of a library and receive your guests. May you find your book in this place. Combat between the guests and the librarians break out as if it was a stage. Defeated guest turns into books and the library grows onward and eventually get your hands the one singular perfect book.
So it's a card and board role-playing game. So it's like
It's very much like in that kind of like art style, like AI Symbian File and those GRP.
I hate these games. I do. Because I find it's too much luck involved almost. Like there's something kind of, it's almost like you're just putting money into a slot machine going, oh, maybe I'll pull the right card this time. So it doesn't as much skill.
Have you played Slay the Spire?
No, I've not, no.
Same kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I reckon we talk about these games on New News. I normally skip them because it's like, well, you can play this on your mobile phone. You don't really need an Xbox to play this game. That's often our thoughts.
What's your what would be your go-to Game Pass game at the moment?
I was playing Chorus a lot.
Yeah, Matt seems to be getting into it too.
It's so cool.
I haven't started yet.
It's really good because it's like an old school fly around shoot stuff game. And just easy to pick up. It's hard. I wouldn't say it's hard to master. It's hard to master until you get this one thing called slide, and then it's actually kind of bearable.
Makes it easy.
Yeah, because previous to that, it's kind of hard. The graphics are amazing. The feel of the ship flying around is amazing. The story's really weird, and I'm not entirely sure what's going on. And I'm kind of near the end now. Yeah, it's just cool. It's just real fun, and it's easy to jump into as well. Because the quick resume stuff works quite well, so you can just jump. You can go away and come back, and it immediately starts playing again. You know, some games are kind of a bit broken sometimes you jump back into, but this one seems to work quite well, and it's open world as well, which is nice. So you just fly around and pick up little kind of stories here and there, little bits of information, and then you can upgrade your ship and you can get better guns, and it's cool.
I feel like we don't get enough of those games these days. Like something that's like very, very clear in what your expectation is to do. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
It's not like the thing I miss most from like I don't want to say my childhood because it seems too far away, but like earlier gaming, like PS2 days, that kind of
So
stuff.
this weekend I was really bored and I didn't know what
Yeah,
to play, and that's when I'm playing. I play real simple games when I'm bored,
yeah,
or watch a movie. That's kind of my. So I installed Duke Nukem Forever. So that's my next game. So when I'm bored now, I'm going to go and jump into Duke Nukem because that
yeah.
game was perfect. You jump in and you just shoot stuff.
Well,
You
that's
go
the kind
from
of game that I like though, because it's like you want something where your brain just turns off. You're on automatic mode.
yeah. Just make sure you got enough ammo. That's kind of the only mission really you have. That's about it, isn't it? Get from A to B and find the secret doors if you can be bothered. If not, just go straight through and shoot stuff and listen to whatever his name is. Can't remember the name of the guy now, making lots of wisecracks.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Games like that don't really exist anymore, which I think
yeah.
is why Chorus works.
There's so many games that, like, as an achievement hunter, I'll have to go up and look in a guide and
I know. I
kind
just
of
go.
stuff.
I just can't be bothered.
It's like perfect example of one that I really enjoy that is horrible for achievements is Dante's Inferno. Like such a good game, but at the same point, I don't want to be looking up a collectible guide
No.
as I'm playing a
See,
game
I
like
don't
that.
mind a game that's 2 hours long and you got a guide to follow because it's 2 hours and you go okay. So if I concentrate for 2 hours, read this guide because I'm just literally doing it for the achievements. That's fine. But when you get like a
Yeah.
6 hour game, it needs achievement, you need guides, and you need to make sure there's unmissables. And if you don't do this level right, you've got to start again. It's like I can't bother. I just won't bother doing the achievements in it. I'll just play the game and ignore it.
I miss the days of what we can just play through a game. I'm just trying to think of like Citizen Sleeper or something like that off the top of my head, where it's like go through, experience the story, and then go back, use the guide to do a certain branch way.
That's
Kind of
if
thing.
you can be bothered to go back. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, I did a game recently. What did I complete recently? I think I completed a game last month, and I just did the story. And I was like, I don't care about the achievements. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. It depends too. Like I'm very much in my mindset of how I'm working at the moment. Like I want achievement lists that mirror the game. I don't want it to be a case of like, hey, you've got 19 out of 20 achievements. Let's get you to spend 20 hours collecting every single card in the game because
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm a sadist and I like to make people suffer. Good achievement lists should be the kind of games that
So Shadow of Mordor is pretty
everything.
good. I actually enjoyed the Shadow of Mordor achievement list to a point because it kind of takes you because it's quite a cool story and quite a cool area to hang out in anyway. And there's always it's fighting the orcs is fun, especially if you mess it up and they get more powerful. So you're like, oh, okay, so you just give them a boost. But trying to go and go, there's a whole bunch of different creatures to take out, and I think the DLC is pretty good. It's a little bit long, I think sometimes, but
I think Warner Brothers do their lists relatively well.
Batman. What's Batman's like? I've never done the achievements in that, but
I haven't done Batman, but I feel like Batman, there's like I know there's achievements that are date specific, like the Calendar Man stuff and all that. I can't remember which one that is in, but I feel like for the most part, that's like those lists are good.
yep.
I know there's one of those games where you have to get like gold medals or something for like a challenge mode kind of thing.
Oh, is that where you're just fighting in a prison area, like a circle, basically?
Yeah,
just
I think
staying
so.
alive and doing so many combos and stuff like that.
But I don't necessarily think that's a deal breaker. Like I think games that add duration to it, like I don't think skill should be a deal breaker for an achievement list. I think
Oh, it really annoys me when they you have to Forza's like that. Like you have to do all the drift ones, 3 stars and all the drift events on Forza 4.
yep.
It's a nightmare. I can't work out how to drift on Forza 4, so it's a complete nightmare.
See that I used to be the exact same thing though. And then I don't want to say I just got good, but
Yeah, I know. Well, that's it. And I just can't be bothered to get because I go right. Okay, I look on the internet. I find out what card to do. I buy all the special kind of the drift packs and whatever I have to do for it. I go down the line. It says put it in second gear, accelerate, turn slightly, and then it will just drift easily. I'm like, okay, and then I crash into the wall. I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense.
the thing with Forza though, like I used to be like that, and then just abuse the rewind mechanic.
I know, but I want to just go and do a drift. But five's easier though. They fixed it in 5 to me. They made it way easier to.
I think five's the worst game. I think 4 was the better
Oh no,
game.
definitely no. Five's not a very good game at all. I can't bother to do that. I lost it. I did all the races. I did 40 hours in that game, and I don't care. I'm like, I don't
Like
really care.
even this, it hurts me to say too. I think it. Okay, so like I had every single achievement done, bar 3 in the series. Yeah, so I'd done 5. This is before the Hot Wheels DLC launched. So I'd done 3, I'd done 4, and I've done 5. 3 had the Blizzard Mountain DLC with a barn flying glitch to me. which was like a bit of a sour taste in my mouth because I had to restart I had to delete my save, restart the game 3 times to get that final achievement to finish it off.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, I got halfway through the game and then the cloud save didn't cooperate and deleted everything. But I got back in the RGS days before we were Hall of Gamers and we were Real Gamer Score, and I wasn't a permanent guest on the show yet. I used to listen to RGS episodes and just continuously grind Forza Horizon 2. I got the Xbox One edition done to the point of last year going, all right, well, I'll start up the Xbox 360 one and put myself through pain again.
I think you have a problem.
Instead of Playground Games, that was Sumo Digital. And I had 3 achievements left in the series to do. I had Forza Horizon 1, the Forza Motorsport 4, loyalty cards. Basically, you have it on the same save profile, carries over to Forza Horizon, those cards, and an achievement unlocks. Now, you're not allowed to do achievements like that anymore because that's like paid content, because you're technically having to buy another game to get that, and that's against TOS. But then
interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, Forza Horizon 2 on 360 had 2 achievements. One was getting 20 million credits worth of cars, which is it's fine. It's just a grindy achievement.
It's a grind,
yeah. And then 1 million credits acquired from the Rivals mode.
Right, which is also a nightmare. Yeah, a bit of a grind.
Now Rivals is.
But you're getting like what 10k or 20k a race in those Rivals?
I think it was like 5k on the 360 one.
Jeez. Okay.
Like if you're lucky, it's a rough. It's like 6 hours of grinding.
Yeah.
If you're just worrying about that particularly, but I was like working on it. Work on it once every few weeks, kind of thing, just for like an hour or two, just to do the slow grind. Guess what? Servers went down without any announcement.
Oh, is that when they pulled the game as well and down went right? Forza doesn't exist anymore, and
yeah. So something that I've spent over. Let's add them up. That's a fun activity. Let's add up my hours.
I feel really sad.
So Forza Horizon 5, I've spent 172 hours in. Have you got a calculator?
Oh, I've got a computer that does calculate it.
Yep. So 172. Forza Horizon 4, I had 735 hours in.
735. Okay.
Forza Horizon 3, I had 756 hours in.
Oh, interesting. Similar.
Forza Horizon 2, I had 436 hours in.
Slacking.
And then Forza Horizon, I can't tell because it's a 360 game.
But prior to...
I'd say 40 hours.
Before the guy started, wasn't it? Who did it all, yeah. So, okay, so you're at 2,139 hours. Divided that by 24. Yeah. 89 days.
89 days of my life spent on Forza Horizon games. 3 achievements away from getting a series completion for it, and one of those achievements being dependent on online servers.
Which are now not there.
Gutted.
Yeah, no, that's not great news.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I feel like Microsoft are kind of in a mindset of like, these older legacy titles don't matter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which I...
So we were talking about this. Games with Gold's going to disappear, or what they're going to do with it, kill it, whatever. They should be bringing out legacy games. They should just go legacy games.
See, like
the Forza games and all the like Far Cry games, all like really, really good games that are like 15 years old, 12 years old, 10 years old. Just do that as your monthly game. Like,
it depends on. I'm in 2 mindsets about it because if 360 games close in October, and they go, all right, well, licensing issues, whatever, that they can't add.
They've run out of games, haven't they? Like, there's only so many games you can
that's
give
what
away.
They've said.
Yeah.
They've been duplicates, but even then, I'm kind of like,
yeah,
just start again. The services existed since what, 2010? I don't know how long Games as Gold have been around for.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, maybe even longer than 2010.
Just start the cycle again.
Yeah.
Just every 12 years, just
Just to loop.
Restart it. Like, what were the Actually, that's a good thing. Games of Gold. I'm sure there's a wiki article somewhere. List of Games of Gold. Here we go.
March Game of Gold. Oh, okay.
So we've got
Xbox fandom.
2013.
2013. Yeah, okay.
The first one that's on Xbox fandom. So Fable 3, Defense Grid, The Awakening, Assassin's Creed 2, Crackdown.
Dead Rising 2, that's a good game. Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six. Halo 3?
Yeah. What, Halo 3 was the Games of Gold?
Can't be, surely not.
I can't even remember it. I mean, I guess they're not going to do that, though, because the game's delisted now, kind of thing, so...
Halo 3, Gears of War, they give out. Shoot Many Robots, that's a good game.
Water Keflings, Might and Magic. Dead Rising 2. Sleeping Dogs.
Lara Croft and the Guardian Light, I remember getting that. Sleeping Dogs, classic game. Dead On, there's another classic game.
I feel like there needs to be
Civilization.
Yeah, I need to go back to that. I got one achievement left of those.
Dark Souls, Saints Row the Third. So this explains why I've got some of these games now.
Yeah. I think the hard thing is too, like, I think that they should just continue on with games that don't have multiplayer services.
Yeah, of course.
Then quite a few of these do.
Dishonored's there. Halo Reach. There's some awesome games to give away here.
Mafia 2.
Ah, see, this now makes more sense. I must have done this from the beginning. Or MX versus ATV Alive. Amazing. See, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. That's a really good game.
It's funny too.
Sniper Elite 2, Tomb Raider, Bioshock Infinite. Jeez.
You look at 2022 and there's so many games that I just don't know.
No.
And then you look back and everything's so recognizable.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 2021.
Wolf Among Us is on there as well. Sunset Overdrive.
Celeste. That
The
was a good
Crew.
month.
Ghost Simulators. There's some really good games just to come out.
Man, I need to play The Crew. The Crew's going to be one of those games that Ubisoft just shuts down.
Terrible game.
Yeah, but I like my racing games.
It's so boring. So do I, but it's so boring.
Do that 24-hour achievement.
I just got bored. The story's boring. The racing's boring. The whole thing is just not interesting.
Hand of Fate. Oh, that was a good one. So many good games in the Xbox
Assassin's
One
Creed
generation.
Rogue, Far Cry 2, Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Star Wars Republic Commando. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah. Man, the backlash that game got, jeez.
Yeah. Well, EA. There's another game called... Oh, so F1 2022. This is interesting. Basically, EA brought Codemasters.
Yep.
Brought out F1 2022 and then added microtransactions to it. So you can boost your XP with microtransactions. They have no shame. They don't care.
I haven't touched the F1 series.
I did once. It was really hard.
I'll do it with Dirt. I won't care for it at all.
Like the first thing you have to do is accelerate up to a certain speed, then stop on this line, which sounds really easy, but it's not. No. Then you do that, you're like, okay. So then it goes, right, go through a chicane. You're like, well, how hard can it be to go through a chicane? Really hard to go through a chicane because the car just spins out all the time when you put your foot down. It's a nightmare. You need proper steering wheel and pedals to actually do the driving. Yeah. Else you just crash.
Have you ever done proper driving, like driving?
I've done four-wheel driving. We call it, four-wheel driving. I guess off-roading I've done before. I'd like to do that. It'd be fun. Because Taupo used to do it. Or Topol used to do it. You go up and hire, go and drive around in like a supercar, basically.
Oh, okay. I meant like the actual gaming rig.
Oh, the gaming rig. Yes, I've done the game rig. I have done the game rig. Yeah, I have. Yeah, randomly.
I just wanted you to let you just play that thought out.
Thanks, mate. Yes, I have, and it's really hard as well. That's actually really hard as well. There was one.
I've never done it. I wanted to back when I worked for KFC. We used to do like fast ads Fridays. and they used to like measure our speed of service score, and then the overall best overall score for the Fridays would, their store would win a trip to do something like that.
That's cool.
Just have really good prizes.
Yeah.
I had the best speed of service in
were you just throwing food at people?
No, we had really we had really good methods to getting our speed of service down back in the day. I remember back when I was I was a team member. This would have been like when I was 15. So what's that? 2008, like 14 years ago. I remember some of the managers on the timers, they would get the chip basket, lean out the window, and just get the back in the day, just like, because all I needed to do was track it for 5 seconds, and then
so as long as it's left the machine, count, yeah? That's done. Yeah.
So you would just hit it. You'd hit it down, end a shift. Some people just do a few, just a few cycles through the drive-through, just to get the score down.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Just gaming the system, basically.
Just gaming the system back in the day.
I've done a couple. So I did one in where was it? It's like a cafe or something. It was a proper, you got on a car basically. It was like a proper racing car thing.
Yeah.
Really hard. Kept crashing all the time. It's not that easy at all. And then I did one at an Xbox. I think it was like, what are those Xbox events used to be called?
XO?
Sorry?
Like Xbox events?
Yeah, Microsoft events. Sorry, no, Microsoft events, not Xbox.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, what?
No, Microsoft events, sadly. What's it called? Yeah, so basically go there and a bunch of geeks turn up, bunch of pros, Microsoft pros turn up, and you just talk about stuff. And they had one there, and there was a competition to beat the fastest time there. I went on at once, and it was a race. It was like I think you were driving like a Formula One car. It was a complete nightmare. Like these guys are going around so fast. You're like, oh, it can't be that hard.
I remember before COVID hit, when we had PAX.
TechEd. That's what it was.
TechEd.
Yeah.
Before COVID hit, when we had PAX in there, it would have been like around Forza Horizon 4's launch, I think. Like the game was like 6 months old, something at that point. They had win a 4K TV if you posted the fastest time.
Fastest lap. Nice.
But they had all your assists turned off.
Yeah, that's
How am
right.
I meant to?
Yeah, no, you can't just press accelerator. Yeah,
like rough.
No, it's really hard because you put your foot down, the thing just puts itself in the ground, the dirt, and you're like, oh, okay, that's not. I didn't want to go there.
You know what? Like working in the industry, like we're looking at TV hire for PAX and all that kind of stuff, and it's so expensive. Like it's at the point where you may as well just
buy it and then
buy a TV, use it for the weekend, and then just raffle it off at the end of the event.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
It's like, buy something from BW for 500, use it for the event.
Yeah,
and
just
like,
buy
all right, cool.
Really dodgy Chinese knockoff, and it's vaguely 4K, and it'd be fine. It's cost you $300 or something.
Yep. It's like you just need to figure out how to get it home, and that's all yours, buddy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Good luck.
The running joke at the moment is just like, all right, worst comes to worst, we just buy a camera and a TV. And it's like, I'm not opposed to that idea. It's like, how do I take it home?
Pick the TV. Just post it to yourself. It'll be fine. Be worth the postage. Just freight it to yourself.
Even just hiring something for that, they just won't touch the exhibition center.
Oh, God,
Too much logistics.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. But
no, go to JB Hi-Fi, buy the cheapest TV you possibly can. Biggest and cheapest TV you possibly can. We'll be fine. It's got a HDMI port. Great. That'll do.
Yeah, that's all you need. What else? What else in games in Game Pass?
Game Pass games. Far Cry 5.
Nah.
Really? So because of this
I don't care for it.
I've never played any of the Far Cry games. And I thought, right, these games obviously must be quite good because there's a few of them. And I heard 3's the best.
Yeah, so my first experience with Far Cry was 3.
Yeah.
Where Vass is played by, I want to say Troy Baker. I'm not sure now. Is that right?
Probably so. No.
Voss.
Troy.
Well, that might be 4.
Troy Baker's come up. That's not. Troy Baker is number 4.
Yeah, okay, so he's paying him then.
He's a villain. And
Michael Mando. Michael Mando is Voss, apparently. Yeah, but free is really, really good.
So could we do back to the backlog too? which starts in about a week or so.
Mm.
And on my list is Far Cry 3 now. I've installed it now, ready to go.
Yep.
And Duke Nukem Forever. I decided to save it because it could be my, like, when I'm sick of running around and doing stuff and concentrating, I'll go and shoot things in the face.
I'm debating doing Judgment for back to the backlog.
Oh, Judgment. Okay.
Just because it's like, I love the RGG games. Like Yakuza's amazing, but they're just like massive slogs.
Yes. Yeah. They're insane, aren't they, those games?
Yeah, like, I think the shortest one's like 80 hours.
And that's if you just mainline it, not actually.
Yeah. It's very much like GTA though, in its essence of like, you got to do all these side things and that to get it complete. But Far Cry 3, definitely the best one of them in terms of story pacing, just the open world, like the drama elements of it.
Drama. And also Crysis is on my list as well. Because I've never played the original Crysis.
Can your PC run Crysis?
Xbox. Don't be daft.
You know the joke though, yeah?
I remember that joke, yeah, completely. Which is why I avoided it for all those years. I never had an PC at the time that could run it, so I never played it.
Yeah, I've never played Crysis. I you know what? I should actually see if the sale has the
remastered edition.
The remastered.
That's a really good idea. Because I got given $16 from Xbox.
Yep, same here.
Same here. Because Gary got that as well.
I think if you haven't bought, I imagine if you haven't bought games on the account in a while, it's probably the reason why. But all right, Crysis remastered.
Yeah, Xbox. Buy Crysis remastered Xbox.
How much is it?
It is
$75.
It's $30.
What do you mean $30?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the US site, I suspect then.
Yep.
Yeah.
$75 for the trilogy.
Oh, and the trilogy. Wow.
Yeah, for all 3 games, or it's $45 for a single one, because how's that math work? Check out.
Yeah, of course, because it's, you know. Oh, I know. Wow, Microsoft, you really did mess up this website whole completely. Okay.
Yeah, 10 to 12 hours. I'm pretty sure there's no multiplayer in that. That'd be a good one to play through. Oh man, what was I going to say? Yeah, Far Cry 4 is pretty good as well. And then Far Cry 5 is decent, but the biggest problem I have with it felt like it was 3 stories stitched into one. Like 3 separate teams are working on different parts of the map.
Oh, that's interesting.
It has that feel to it. Like it's very disjointed in certain parts of the story. Because you're battling what's the guy? He's a big bad in 5 again. Some like religious nutjob.
Yeah.
And then his sons and daughters are like there's 2 sons and 1 daughter, and each of them have like their own part of the map.
Oh, separate stories.
You have to take down. Yeah, so it's like you're doing that separate story, and then
it's like killing the drug lords, kind of slaves, almost what they call them.
Yeah, it just minions. Like you can do it in any order you want, but it just feels like really disjointed because of it.
I wouldn't play that game for one reason: of finishing the game in 5 minutes, where you just at the beginning you follow him and then shoot him or take him at the helicopter or something. There's something you can do at the very beginning. You win the game immediately and finish it.
Yep, 4 has the exact same thing. I'm not sure about 3.
I think that's hilarious to do that, just to kind of troll the game almost.
4 has like the best one of the. I think 4 and 5 have only had it. Maybe 6. I'm not too sure. I haven't really played all of 6 yet. 6 feels like really like turning it into FPS.
Oh, really? Okay, not making
it feels weird.
Ubisoft kind of Assassin's Creed Valhalla game, then not making it massive and over the top.
Like it's very much Far Cry, but like it feels like guns are like too. I don't know, just how it looks. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Weird. I haven't gone back to 6, but 6 does interest me because the DLC for the game is like the prequels to 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like explaining the characters, like the villains.
Give them background, yeah.
And I think Vass is amazing as a character. Like 3, I recently went back and did the co-op missions with, I think it was Dragframe, who joined the server today.
I just don't say, yeah. Hey, bud.
Yeah, he wants to do driver San Fran with us.
Yeah, cool.
So that's why I got him like, all right, just join the server, be ready on Saturday, kind of thing. But yeah, 3's like really good in terms of like just the drama of it. 4, like the start, like I think all you have to do there is just sit at the table, like you're a dinner guest,
Right.
Instead of like running away, you just sit, and there's you and Tang and Ming just get in the helicopter, and then just some badass music as you fly away.
You fly away,
and
that's the game.
And that's the 5 minutes. It's like, yeah,
awesome. It's almost worth firing up just to do that, just to get the completion. Because as soon as you get the achievement unlocked for completing the game, and then that's all you have in the whole game. It'd be hilarious.
like Far Cry is one of those series that like I went back to do the co-op for free because I do want to get the series completion one day.
I've never played them.
And then
Ever played them?
they're great games. Like Far Cry 2, though, I think you have to. I think you like. There's like areas where you get diseases and that, so it's like constantly injecting yourself and managing that kind of systems.
Okay.
And then Far Cry 2 has like really long multiplayer.
Right. Okay.
Like talking, I think 200 hours.
Wow. I might just stick to 3 then for now. I want to do 3. I don't know about 4.
3 is definitely worth it.
Yeah.
I think 4 and 3 I have like the same feelings towards.
Okay.
3 is just slightly better in terms of story.
Okay. I might get into mission and do them all then. Just slowly pop through them.
4 is a really good base game, but then the Valley of the Yetis DLC just kind of feels like, you didn't really need to add it.
What's it called? There's a weird blood dragon or something. Far Cry.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. I haven't played myself, but I hear really good things.
Because I got it as a freebie off Games for Gold or something randomly.
Yeah, and what are the other side? 4 has. There's a whole bunch of side games. There's Primal,
which is basically 5. The engine of 5, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, what I'm gonna say
it was 5.
Because you have 4, which is New Dawn, I believe, or maybe New Dawn's 5.
New Dawn's 5 because that's one after the nuclear holocaust.
Then Primal must be 4,
and then 4's Primal. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then 3's Blood Dragon.
Because 4's kind of the New Dawn one's strange because the end of the game gives you the game New Dawn, but you don't really know the end of the game. It's supposed to be like, well, you've just wrecked the whole game. Then basically, now you know how it finishes.
Yeah. I wonder if 6 is going to do the same thing because it's essentially just a reskin of the map.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah.
But then at the same time, like we got Far Cry 3 Classic Edition based off Far Cry 5's Gold Edition as a game, and then Far Cry 6 had the Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon remaster.
Wow. Okay.
Just
so many games.
Game dev just reuse the assets. Like
maybe that's why I've avoided them because it just seemed like a monster games to do.
I mean, how much is it? Instinct's Predators like 100, 120 hours. Ugh. But I think that's also one of those games that you have to complete. Like, back on the 360 games, like, all right, we're going to have 3 different game modes, like difficulty levels. But damn, just the achievement unlocks on the highest one for all 3.
Do all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay, next on the list. We actually haven't gone very far down this list.
I know.
We've only got down to 1,
We're looking
2,
at like
3,
a 6-hour podcast.
4, 5, 6. It's got to 7. Although Escape Academy, I would say, just because it's an easy, quick achievement hunter one.
Yeah, I need to find somebody to do it. You know what? We should be playing Escape Academy right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we should have done. Oh, well. Another time.
For Honor Marching Fire, which is like the update to the original For Honor.
I played it before. I haven't felt the need to go back in a while.
No.
Like, it's an alright game. It's just one of those games that just continuously gets packed with more content.
I find it a bit annoying. I think you get grief by people in that game sometimes. Like some people are just too good.
High skill ceiling.
House Flipper, which is a bit of a fan favourite.
I've never flipped a house in my life, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just too heavy.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do it. I might need some help, possibly. Match Point, best game of this year.
Keep telling us.
I know.
It's aces.
It's so funny. It really annoys Kinsman as well when I'm playing it, so I keep playing it, I think. MotoGP 22. I played one of these games. It's really hard. I kept crashing all the time.
I need to go back to the Ride series. Every time I see MotoGP, I'm kind of like, I should play the Ride games.
How about Riders?
Riders Republic?
Yeah. I need to go back to that game.
Have you played Steep?
No, I heard it was rubbish. The new one.
No, the old one, like the
original, the OG one.
The Steep one that the one prior to Riders Republic.
No, I didn't. No.
Same team. It's just a more bare bones like snowboarding.
What isn't the one? What's that one that came
Mission
out that everyone
Rivals.
was excited about, and everyone went, "Oh, it's not very good." There was just like a nice snowboarding game.
Shredders?
Shredders. That's it. That wasn't that steep, kind of modern steep.
Yeah, Shredders was alright. It was very indie, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was bad.
Oh, okay.
Just bare bones, I would say.
Shadowrun Trilogy. I think that looks interesting. Wouldn't mind having a look at that.
I need to play it, but it's a long one.
It's a long one, yeah. Paw Patrol movie. We'll see. Peppa Pig.
Oh, Paw Patrol's amazing. You know what though? I got so riled up. All right, so I have a 3-year-old daughter, yeah?
Yep.
And
that's your excuse for playing all these games, yep.
Yep, cool, 100%. Glad we're on the same page. But prior to Peppa Pig getting announced to Game Pass, I got given a code for Peppa Pig.
Oh, nice.
No, actually, it was the day before. I got given a code for Peppa Pig from somebody that was giving it to a streamer that I watched. And I'm just like, I mean, if you're not going to take it because your kids are teenagers, I understand it. But do you mind if I take it? And he's like, yeah, go for it. Like, just say, 100%, like, go for it. I'm like, cool, save myself a cool $45 to $50 there. Next day gets announced to Game Pass, and I'm just like, God damn you, Outright Games.
The first time I actually get one that's decent, yeah.
I mean, it's only an hour completion, so I'm not going to spend 50.
Yeah, so that's it. So did you complete it quickly, though? Did you get in there and do it day one? Or like before day one, almost, and get the completion?
Peppa Pig did it before it hit Game Pass.
Nice.
So installed it. Me and Persephone were at my partner's parents because we had I'm going to be an uncle.
First time being you were away 2 weekends ago, was it?
Yeah, I was away 2 weekends ago. I was trying to catch
300th episode, but you know.
Yeah, because I was giving you excuses. I was at a CFA shed of a town of like 50 people, and like absolutely nothing. The CFA shed's the only thing in the town.
Yep.
Kind of thing. Yeah. And there's like absolutely nothing around. But then here I am just in the corner just trying to watch some XboxCast. You know, neglecting family as you do.
Yeah, no, come on, bro. Even your mates came on and everything, but you didn't. You just,
I mean, if it was you didn't want to do a 6 a.m. show.
I wasn't me. It was the other guys. I was fine with it.
Yeah.
If the guys are not here, that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
So did you get it? Did you get number one completion on Two Achievements?
No, because it wasn't. It had already been launched for quite some time.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So so my dad had COVID, so we couldn't go back there. So we stayed at my partner's parents, and I just set up on the Series S in the other room for Persephone. And I just basically just passed the controller. And Peppa Pig's really good because all you need to do is use the thumbstick and A.
Okay.
So you can just pass it to her, and it's just like it's very much like the TV show.
Cool. Okay.
Which is painful.
Yep. Yes.
It's like you don't want a TV show telling your 3-year-old to jump in puddles.
I know. He's really naughty, isn't he? Basically, is the kind of
yeah.
That's the general gist of it.
But then she wanted to play Paw Patrol, and I've got one of the physical copies on disc, and then I had one of them pre-owned, and one was coming to Game Pass. So I'm like, all right, I'll put the one that I own on the Series S, and then we can play the other ones when we get back here on the Series X. So I installed that, and oh my god, the QuickTime events in a game designed for 3, 4, 5-year-olds. It's like multiple clicks. So my controller, multiple clicks like this, like button mashing kind of situation. And it's like, so you expect me to pass this to my 3-year-old daughter, and then her to do a QuickTime event like that, collect every single thing in a level.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think the game developers have really thought it out.
No.
And then somebody in my Discord is just like, oh, the game's clearly designed for 6-year-olds. And I'm like, it's Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Other than that, good game.
Oh, good game. Okay, even after all, good game. Funny.
It's one of those things though, that because it's aimed at children. Like they just need to.
It just needs to be press A. It needs to
make it more accessible.
Press A. That's what it needs to be.
Peppa Pig is like essentially press A on thing cutscene.
Yeah, well, that's what you need. Yeah. It has to be a glorified choose your own adventure, doesn't it? That's kind of what it is.
But at the same time, I did leave the room for like 5 minutes. Come back to her. she's quite clever with technology. Gone down to the minigame section, and then there's a DDR mode in Paw Patrol, like just the button, timing kind of thing.
Yeah.
She'd put that on, put down the controller, and was dancing to the music.
Genius. Of course.
And I'm like, all right, cool, I'm for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paw Patrol Game of the Year.
Game of the Year.
Peppa Pig.
I don't know. Is it better than Match
Doesn't
Point?
cut the ham.
Question. Doesn't cut the ham. Wow. Okay, keep going. Which one was I going to say? Power Wash Simulator.
Oh, I don't know. This game makes me feel dirty.
TMNT Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, try getting people together.
Oh, you get 8 player on that or something?
Yeah, so try to get everybody together.
Herding cats.
It was meant to be this weekend, and then my partner's pop is having his 80th something birthday.
Okay, rude.
So we're having a roast for lunch and all that. So I'm like, I can't turn that down.
No, God no.
It's like they're catering for me, and all I have to do is bring drinks. Yep, I'm there.
So have you played it at all? Have you even fired it off?
No, I was going to play it prior. Charlotte got COVID.
Oh, so...
Blame it on her.
Yeah,
and then it came up, and then it's like August 14th. I want to play it. I want to play co-op games, but just getting schedules to align is
it's always
rough.
a way. Yeah. Torment Tides of Numenera is supposed to be very good.
I own this on disc.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, apparently the story's really good. I haven't never played it.
No, never played it. But when it came up, everyone was very excited. So we assume it's quite good. Watch Dogs 2. I didn't complete the first one. I got a bit bored of the first one. So I kind of get distracted. I always get distracted in those games.
So one's a really good story, in my opinion, but a lot of people don't like Aiden because he's a very one-dimensional character.
Yeah, I wasn't grabbed by it. I was kind of doing. I've done twice that game. I've played it. I've started it twice, and both times I've kind of just petered off after a while.
Yeah, one the best thing going for is definitely the DLC.
Oh, okay.
The DLC around. Oh, I can't think of what his name is. It's really short, well paced, and interesting. Two's based in San Francisco and kind of feels a little bit too hipster for me.
Right.
But the gameplay's really good.
Okay, so they tweaked the actual the engine and stuff for that and the.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, 2 was a really good completion. 1, I am missing one achievement, which is essentially there's a song thing where you have to unlock all the songs in the game.
Oh, okay.
And you basically hack things to get the songs.
Yeah.
And
is it random, or do you have to go and is there specific things that you hack?
Well, I'm missing one song, and I'm pretty sure it's glitched out on me completely because you'll go into bars and radios, and it's essentially acts as Shazam.
Right.
It's the music's already playing in the background.
So you pull out your phone and go, oh, it's this song, and then you get the ping for right. Okay.
Hacker 101.
Yes. Using Shazam. And then Yakuza games are coming out as well. Yakuza games are coming out.
Yeah, re-added.
Re-added, which is kind of cool, I think.
Zero is really good. Actually, Zero Kiwami 2 are really good. 3, 4, and 5 are feel like PS2 ports. I mean, 4 and 5 are a lot better, but going back to Yakuza 3 Remastered, that's a rough time.
So, isn't Yakuza Zero? It's slightly different because it's not so much of a stop and start for fighting. Because it's turn based, isn't it? This game.
Nah, so Yakuza 0 up until 6 are all your free flowing kind of combat systems.
Okay.
Think of GTA, going up to somebody on the street.
Yep.
Fighting kind of thing. Like a Dragon's the one that you're thinking about. That's a turn-based RPG.
Oh, and that's the last one that came out.
Yep. So.
Okay. Well, then the other way.
The plans for the series going forward is that the main character out of Like a Dragon, which is Ichiban, they're going to continue doing that JRPG turn-based combat, and then Judgment will adopt. So Judgment and Lodge Judgment came out and adopted the the mainline Yakuza games fighting style, just with detective kind of elements, those kind of puzzles added in. because you're working as a detective during that game. But then I know with Lost Judgment before the release, they had issues with one of the actors. So I don't know whether they're going to continue that series on now.
Oh, okay.
Judgment's a really good game. I just haven't gone back to it in quite a while.
Okay, so that took us an hour and 20 to go through the games coming out, or just come out.
Just released.
It's fine. There's only 30 games. That's not bad. Should we do Leaving?
Yeah, let's do
There's
Leaving.
only 5. This should only take us very long. Omno's Leaving.
Omno was a really good one. I streamed that originally when it first came to the service, and I mean, like,
I've played this game.
Yeah, very chill, relaxing solo dev.
I found the missions getting longer was annoying though. Like as you go further into the game, just bigger areas.
I think it was just paced well enough. Like I think I did it in 4 hours, but like I think with the guide you can do it in 2 hours.
No, you can't. No, it takes like 15, 20 minutes a level because everything's spread out.
It's not 2 hours.
How many levels are there? Because I feel like I've done loads and I haven't completed it yet.
Let me have a look. 3 to 4 hours, sorry.
Yeah. I think it takes that long because each mission is reasonably big. And you have to kind of go and find all the different areas, find all the different glowy things, whatever they were.
And you need to get 100% before you move on.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no chapter select kind of thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was a relatively good game. Raji, the next one I'm working through at the moment. And that seems really interesting. It seems like it's based all on Hindu mythology.
Hindu. Okay. Raj sounds Egyptian.
I think it's Hindu. I want to say it's Hindu.
He sounds like he should be a. This is interesting. It sounds like he should be an Egyptian mummy called Raj.
Yeah, set in ancient India. A young girl named Raji has been chosen by the gods to stand against the demonic invasion of the human realm. Her destiny to rescue her younger brother and face the demon lord Mahabharata.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Haven't butchered that at all.
No, that's exactly right.
But yeah, it's really good. Apparently, though, going back after the game, after you finish the game,
nice looking game, isn't it? It's quite a cool looking game.
It's got a really good art style. It's very much like a, like those kind of lowercase, like Heavenly Swords, God of War, those kind of game, like hack and slash. Very much like that kind of play style. And a lot of puzzles in between.
It's cool, isn't it? It's a cool looking game. Interesting cat. Looks like lots of interesting baddies that you fight against.
Found it really good so far. I just if you are going for the achievements, make sure you listen to the there's like murals on that you got to listen to the whole story before you move on. So the first achievement of the game, I'm just like listening to the looking at the murals. I'm like, all right, cool. I've listened to most of it. Move on to the next one. Get to the 5th one. Jump into the new area, and then the tracker goes up by 20%. And I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't good. So I might have to do a second playthrough.
Yeah, or can you do the missions? Just do the chapters.
Apparently, there's chapter select, but apparently it doesn't work.
Ah, awesome. Okay, cool.
Which is exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah. Lumens. I guess that's pronounced Lumens or Lumines. Lumines.
I haven't played it.
No. Katamari.
Katamari, I hate.
Okay.
It's very much a weird Japanese game based on PS2 original. Essentially, your dad is the ruler of the cosmos. And he has tasked you to rolling up things to make into stars.
Oh, that's right. I've heard about this game. Yes. And you literally roll up planets, don't you, and stuff.
So you roll up things to make into stars or make into the making the normal star kind of thing.
Really annoying.
Yeah.
And then dodgeball.
So the main menu for this game is just the ball and you. And there's to proceed, double arrows, right, and then left for some other menu. So what? I'm like, all right, cool.
Say that again.
So up on the thumbstick, so I can press A and select my save, and it's not working. That's weird. And then I was just like, all right, cool. So my console's definitely registering this controller. The game isn't though. Do a hard reset, trying to figure out what the go is. You have to press up on both the thumbsticks at the same time in unison. And it took me 15 minutes to work that out. And it was painful.
Sounds dumb. If it takes that long to work out a simple menu move, doesn't sound right.
I'm getting so many people telling me that I need to, get my completions aboard, finish these games that are leaving Game Pass, and all that. I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. I completed 2 games last month. I'll try and complete. Like I've already did Omno. I'll try and do
Dodgeball.
Katamari. I did Dodgeball, and Katamari has been a very painful experience. Don't recommend it.
So that's the thing with a lot of these games leaving. I don't even recognize Dodgeball. Recognize, I don't know Omno, obviously, but the rest of them I don't recognize. It just shows how bad they are. Do you think?
Like Katamari is fine. It's just the thing for it is like 2 really long achievements at the end of the game. Well, one where it's like roll up everything in the game, but there's no list specifying that. And as a completionist, people want, I'm kind of, I kind of
guide.
Yeah, I've done everything but like 1 level in the game. I don't know whether I'll roll everything up though, but I think it was like 870 out of 1,000, still pretty good.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so we do coming soon, or should we kill it now?
Sure.
Because we're on like an hour and a half or so.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, we'll do it quick.
Yep.
Inside, everyone knows Inside. Awesome game.
It's perfect game for me because I don't go outside.
Yes. Turbo Golf Racing. I played the beta of this because it's on Xbox Insider's thing. It's what is it called? It's that football car game.
Rocket League meets golf.
Meets golf, and it is exactly Rocket League meets golf. It's basically Rocket League if it was a golf game. It's fun. It's real fun. It's kind of cool.
Kingsman Chat Society. I'm appalled where was he at?
So he just shut aside society. He's really late.
Well, I'm sorry. This is not the Xbox Cast podcast. This is...
Hey, there was it. If you were looking in Discord, it was actually messages in Discord.
Did it get posted and deleted quickly?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, it's there. It's there.
It's just Kingsman not paying attention.
I'm Kyle and
Simone at the same time.
Kyle and Simone.
You can definitely tell, can't you? I can't believe Kingsman's turned up now. It's so funny.
This isn't the usual recording day. What do you mean?
It kind of is. We're only a bit late.
I mean, it is. That's the thing. We only started half an hour later than what you usually do.
Hour, but yep, hour and a bit because normally start at 8, but ish. Okay, so Kingsman, I can't believe you missed the whole thing. 2 Point Campus, which is cool. It's exciting. Have you played the 2 Point Hospital?
2 Point Hospital is really good. Longer completion as well. But I like those kind of management
so do I.
Games.
Because they're fun and they're not too hard. Which is kind of
like that roller coaster tycoon one that left quite a few months ago. That was really good.
Yeah. That must be like the original one, isn't it? I don't remember that one. But that like an old 2000s game?
It was like a modern... like a modern one.
Modern
I can't remember it was Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it wasn't that name.
Yes, okay. Midnight Fight Express. I actually think this game is quite cool. I
think that's a solo dev team as well. That's the isometric kind of
that's right.
fighting style one, yeah?
Yeah. Looks cool. I really like the look of it. We saw a video of it and it was smart looking game.
No, it wasn't Scream Ride. I knew somebody would say Scream Ride. It wasn't Scream Ride. Scream Ride has discontinued. It is. I'll figure it out. I'm not going crazy.
Well, maybe.
I mean, I'm not going any more crazy than what I currently am.
Humble Games is the name of the people making it.
No, Humble's publisher.
Oh, the publisher, developer Jacob Deswindle?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's a cool looking game. I like it. Cell shaded kind of twin stick shooter. I'm imagining. Oh, I know it's cell shaded, but I imagine it's twin stick.
Yeah. Planet Coaster was the game I was thinking about.
Planet Coaster, yes, that's right. Yeah,
that was a really good one that I should buy that. It's on sale for $26.23. And I got $16, so $10 Planet Coaster does not seem that bad, yeah.
Support devs. Yeah, this Midnight Express looks fun. Sort of thing I reckon you can jump into and just run around like an idiot.
Yep. Very much has that Miami Hotline kind of feel to it.
Oh, the co-creative stuntman of God of War, co-creative Destiny 2, and music for Noise Cream, whoever those are.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I found weird about that. Immortality, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know about Immortality. I don't know about Commander's Free. I
Disney,
do know about Disney
Dreamlight
Dreamlight.
Valley. Of course you do.
That is like The Sims meets Disney, I think.
Oh, wow, what a nightmare.
Oh wait, was it The Sims?
That's my worst nightmare.
It's very cutesy. I'm very keen to check it out.
Dreamlight Valley. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, it looks a bit.
That's 100% a game that I'm going to get Persephone to play because she'll be like, oh, that's Stitch out of Lilo and Stitch.
Right. Yeah. Oh look, we can go for a walk down the street with the princesses. Dark Tide, Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide looks fun.
That looks pretty good.
Run around and shoot stuff.
Yep.
Could be cool.
They're still working on quite a bit of stuff for that, but
September is in like 6 weeks, so it's not long.
Very interested in that one.
Fallout the Pit. Fallout 76 is I kind of got that game and just was disappointed, and I haven't gone back since.
Somebody told me yesterday they want to start a Fallout, and I was like, "What?" No, it was Brad. Yeah, Brad's just like, "Should I start Fallout 76 the Pit?" I'm like, "No, you don't have Fallout 4 done on Windows. Do that first. Anything but 76."
Yeah. Although the fact they fixed it finally.
Yeah. I think it's just too much of a time investment.
Oh yeah, no, it's a game you have to go back to. That's what they want you to do, isn't it?
Grounded would be good.
Grounded's cool. I love that game when it came out. It was on the beta. It was an awesome game. But I haven't gone back to it since it kind of came out.
Yeah,
it's too hard. Plague Tale Raccoon looks awesome.
Comes out the day before my birthday.
Oh,
very good present.
Yes. Scorn looks amazing. Yep. Weird, but amazing.
Just before you go any further, October. Yes. Just looking at this,
I know it's insane.
How stacked is October?
Yeah,
you have, you've got Plague Tale, you have Scorn 3 days later, you have Persona 5.
Persona 5, yeah.
Which, to any it is a massive time sink.
Yes.
But I know so many people that are like, this is like one of the best JRPGs of all time. You need to play.
People were excited. I'm literally just listening to your podcast where you talk about this.
Yep.
And how much Persona people are like crying with happiness because when some Persona's coming out on Xbox.
And then
High Life looks amazing.
People were complaining about the Switch port as well. And then the Switch got announced at the at their direct thing. And then people were just like crying tears of joy for Persona. Yeah, High Life looks amazing.
Awesome, yeah. That's a Rick and Morty guys.
I'm wondering if that's very much going to be a short kind of experience similar to what was the one with
Outer Worlds?
No, the Gunk. That's it.
Oh, the Gunk. Yeah, that's fun. That game. I enjoyed that.
I'm wondering if it's going to be like a short narrative experience.
I was thinking more like Outer Worlds, that sort of length.
Yeah,
it's like 15 hours. That sort, maybe 20 at a push, but like a game,
which is fun.
Yeah, it's a good solid game. Like if it's a good fun game and it just pulls you along and it's stupid, I think it would be good. With stabby. Signals, I don't know the Signalus.
Yeah, I'm not aware of Signalus as well.
Classic survival set in a dystopian. Oh wow, that's interesting. So it's a classic survival horror experience set in a dystopian future where humanity has uncovered a dark secret.
I think I'll check it out.
Don't know. Interesting.
Looks like it's very much going to be an indie experience.
Yeah, very indie. Yeah, just from the graphics and the look of it. Strange looking game. Okay.
Interesting.
What's we got here? Gunfire Reborn.
Yep. This. Have you ever played Risk of Rain 2?
Oh, no. I know the game, but I haven't played it.
Yeah. Risk of Rain 2 is like one of my favorite roguelites that I've ever played, just because it's a really fun like group experience, and it's like that roguelite, getting that perfect run kind of situation.
Yep.
This is essentially that with Borderlands-esque kind of art style.
So yeah, definitely associated.
But yeah, I hear really good things about it. It was like it wasn't on my radar at all beforehand.
Did they talk about this in June? Do a whole bunch of video on this.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
part of the showcase, and
Showcase, yeah, I'm seeing
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's already out on Steam. So it's just a port that's coming over later in the year.
So that's October.
Yeah.
November, Humankind.
64,000 positive reviews on Steam
Oh,
for
that's
Gunfire.
jeez. Okay. Is it multiplayer?
Yeah, 4 player. Yeah, four
Cool,
player
cool.
co-op.
It's fun times.
Humankind consoles. Yep.
Pentiment.
Pentiment's the one that's the side Obsidian project with that really interesting kind of has like a procession to Calvary kind of look.
Oh, see, this wasn't interesting, and then all of a sudden it went weird. Like I was watching the video, going, no, no, and then all of a sudden it just went kind of just twisted. All of a sudden, like halfway through the video, and it kind of came funny and weird. And I was like, that looks actually quite good. Carl's like, no, 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 no.
I'm interested like to see where it goes because Obsidian's been knocking it out of the park with some of their projects. Like Outer Worlds 2 will be amazing.
Yes, if it comes out, I don't know when it's going to come out though.
Oh, it'll be a few years yet, but it depends if it runs off the same assets as the first game. But
There's been no information about it whatsoever though, other than a video where they take the mick out of videos. That's all we saw.
which is still a great video in itself.
It's a great video. Yes, Valheim for PC.
Yeah, so Valheim was one of the best rated games of last year.
That's gonna be huge.
Massive get.
Yeah,
Massive
that is
get.
huge. And I know people playing this game, and that's their life. That's all they do.
Yeah.
Slime Rancher 2's cool. Is coming out because I enjoyed that game. It needs multiplayer.
Yeah, I need to go
And
back
that'll
to
be-
Slide Rancher.
It's
I think
a
I've
real
played
fun little game. A kid would love this game. Picking up plop, making sure big plop doesn't eat little plop, and
No, it's funny you mentioned this because would have been like a few months ago now, but like Nikki's got a cousin that's like an 8-year-old. He's like, Cameron, you know all about games, and like a little kid just asking you all about video games kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, can you help me with this level? I'm like, oh, what are you playing? It's like Slime Rancher. I'm like, I haven't touched this a day in my life, buddy. I'll try and help you, but
it's kind of simple, but it's not actually. Like there's quite a lot to it.
yeah.
Once you get past the initial start of picking up plot, feeding plot, getting the chickens and stuff like that, then it gets quite complicated.
I love stories about like games like this though that obviously like Slime Rancher has done well enough for him to indicate a
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
It's like Aggro Crab with Going Under, and they're working on a game now that is just a crab game that works beautifully with the developers. It's great.
League of Legends.
Yeah,
Huge League of Legends on our draft.
all this section now.
Valorant.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, unless you got achievements, mate, carry on. It's a big
Oh no,
get for the
this
service.
is massive for PC, isn't it? This is all
Yeah.
PC stuff. This is all
100%.
mobile. It's not for us.
Um,
I don't know the rest of these games really. Flintlock looks really cool. Really looking forward to Flintlock.
yeah, Flintlock's amazing. Marauders, I'm interested in. Sunville, I'm interested in. Party Animals will essentially be like Fall Guys, which will be good.
Okay. Do we need that game?
Eh,
The Last
mean-
Case of Benedict Fox. That was
That
cool.
one-
That had really good. I had. So you were talking about this. I had more. What's the name of the kind of the baddie Spider-Man?
yeah.
I had that vibe. Of it,
Uh,
talking over his shoulder.
there was originally a rumor going around that there was a Doctor Strange game in development. And like when I first saw it, I kind of got those kind of vibes. And I'm like, this isn't Doctor Strange, but this is pretty cool. Saying that though, the team behind it, I found out didn't change their name. They kind of like updated everything, but they're responsible for a game that has an unattainable achievement.
Right.
And they've kind of just like swept it
ignored
under
it.
the rug. Yeah. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah, that's a shame.
yeah, little bit annoying. It just seems really weird. I can't even think what the original game was right now.
Well, this
This one looks really cool.
Yeah, Flintlock's awesome. This is not what I thought I clicked on. I thought I clicked on the Strange Case of
Yeah.
whatever his name is. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. Look at that. Lightyear Frontier. I don't know what that is.
Lightyear's the it looks like a management sim, like in terms
Oh,
of
very much so. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's right. I do remember this one. Yes.
yeah. It looks interesting. I just need to see more before I'm
Yeah, it's
sold
very
on
early.
premise.
Then Last Case of Bandit Fox. Valheim consoles is interesting. If we
Yep.
cross play on that, that'd be quite cool.
Replaced will be amazing when it actually launches, because that was a result of like we were meant to get it this year, but then it got pushed back due to the Ukraine crisis
Yes.
because the Ukrainian devs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But just that art style for it looks
Yeah, it looks
amazing.
cool, doesn't it? Yeah, good, really cool detail in that.
Yeah.
Then Redfall, and which I'm disappointed. It's not as grimy as I wanted it. I wanted it more grimy. It's too Fortnite-y, too shiny.
No, okay, yeah. You want something like real dark.
Real dark. That's what I'm sure. That's what the first video I saw of that game was. It was really dark.
Yeah, it kind of gave those vibes. I'm still all for Redfall.
Yeah, I heard you when you're talking about it this week. Yeah, you're saying how much you're excited for it.
But just that original trailer, like just that gameplay that they showed off was really, really cool. Just depends on how it runs.
Yeah, it's too shiny. It might be too shiny.
Yeah.
Stalker 2.
Stalker 2, like that's a game that feels dark to me.
Yes,
like
but that's going to be dark. It's set in.
Yeah. I love those games that are like Metro-y, kind of like, post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Like, have you played the original Darkness?
No.
So the original Darkness has like a really like dark, gritty art style to it.
Oh, Dark Cells. Did you say Dark Cells?
No, the Darkness.
The Darkness. I've never heard of it. No.
It's based on a comic book series about a guy that basically becomes a mob boss. It's an amazing looking game, but in the Darkness 2, they've completely changed up the art style where it's like very cartoony and like Borderlands 2 kind of.
Yeah.
Which I just can't get behind. But like the Darkness original one, like it is very much a period of the 360, but it has that kind of.
It's almost got, what's that game called? I can't remember, but it's a very 360 looking game. What's that called? That game? Yeah, it's a very early PC, 90s PC game almost.
Tell you what though, if
After Dark almost, was it?
Yeah, if the Darkness ever had a remaster, like this game deserves a remaster, because a lot of it hasn't really held up in my opinion.
It hasn't aged at all. So I'm watching the footage here from the Series X gameplay.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's just that. Yeah.
Like, no.
But just guy lost his head then.
Yeah.
Just drive him kind of
like just push him out of the car. Yeah, nice.
It is it's a dark game where essentially on the dawn of the 21st birthday, you find out that your family is tied to this thing called the Darkness, which are basically like these tentacle-looking creatures that like spawn from you.
Right. Okay.
And the whole history like around the game, and you trying to escape from the darkness and rescue your girlfriend. It's really dark storyline, but it's really like it's gritty.
Yeah,
that's why I love it.
Persona, more Persona. Minecraft Legends looks cool. I like the idea of an RTS.
I mean, when we understand what the game actually is,
it'll be an RTS. It'll be like you build. It'll be fighting against, I don't know, zombies or whatever. When it building, managing resources and.
Yeah, it kind of gives me those vibes. Like, but at the same time, I don't think I've seen enough to actually lock down. That's
not
what
exactly.
it is.
But that was the feel I got off it, especially when you kind of saw hordes or something. I was like, oh, okay, so you're building a factory to produce something or other. More Minecraft, that's what we need. Forza Motorsport 8.
I like how Mojang have just gone like, all right, we're just going to make our games more Minecraft.
Wonder what else they're going to do. What other Minecraft games can we get? Racing car Minecraft, maybe.
Minecraft The Sims. Minecraft
Sims. Nice. Sims.
I'm really surprised we haven't had a Minecraft, Forza crossover.
No, Mario Kart Minecraft. Minecraft Mario Kart.
Minecart.
Yeah, Minecart.
Yes. it's gonna be minecart.
Minecart's there. Yeah, Forza Motorsport looks pretty.
Yeah,
Be interesting to see what they do. Looks quite cool. Lots of
wheels have never looked shinier.
exactly. You see a reflection of your face in the car when you're driving past it.
Yep.
Arc 2.
I'm really debating whether I'll start this game.
Don't know.
I don't want. The only thing drawing me to the game is that Vin Diesel trailer.
Oh, but that was so bad because then he came out and said, "If you don't like this game, you're not a real gamer." I was like, "Well, I don't like this game now because like,
It's just so douchey.
it was so douchey." I'm like, "No, I'm not playing ball, dude." So I don't like this game. Ereban Shadow Legacy. No.
No,
Ravenlock looks awesome. I think that's the
same team as the one behind. Oh, what's it called?
This is basically Alice in Wonderland. That's what they should have called this game.
It's the same team that Echo Generation on Game Pass. So yeah, same team. Like they've worked out the blocks a little bit more. That had like originally a very Minecraft kind of.
Oh, they've smoothed
like
it, added more
yeah,
pixels.
they've smoothed it. Yeah. Best thing about Echo Generation is first fight of the game you get beat up by raccoons. Fun fact. Ever want to be beaten up by raccoons?
No, never want to be beat up by raccoons. Cocoon. I don't know.
Cocoon looks really interesting just based off the puzzle dynamic, but then that's that one that like you're going in and out, that rolling ball kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It looks really interesting. I think it's the same guy that made Limbo, but I'm not 100% sure of that.
Okay.
I feel like that might be the kind of gameplay though that gets really trippy. Like you're going in and inside, like inner circles and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mind melting.
Pigeon Simulator. No, don't care. Frog Detective. Deathloop.
Man, Pigeon Simulator.
What the? I don't know.
Cuckoo!
Oh, it's a Steam game. Oh no, you're a pigeon. Okay, cool. So that's basically it's basically the same as Goose. What was game?
Yeah, but pigeons.
Yeah, I know pigeons. Deathloop.
I'm really interested that we did not see that there.
Yeah, it's coming out in September though, isn't it? Isn't it 12 months in September?
Yeah, but what if they got a longer exclusivity deal?
It's weird because they never said anything about it. You're right. But I'm sure it was September it came out.
Going back to September, what was the launch windows looking like?
Fallout
like in terms of games coming to Game Pass.
Commando, Disney, Warlander, Dark Tide's huge. Fallout 76, no, Grounded, Plague Tale. It's October. No, it's not much. Actually, it's pretty quiet, not September.
Yeah, so I'm wondering whether they do
just drop it in.
Because I feel like if they drop it in October, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
Or if they drop it in October, it has to be like October 1st.
Microsoft's never going to sign an extension to a PlayStation exclusive, are they? Especially the game that was basically Game of the Year on PlayStation last year.
Yeah. I mean, was it Game of the Year? Or
it was in a lot of the charts. It was
in contender, but then at the same time, we got to think though that there wasn't really much in terms of AAA last year. A lot of stuff. I suppose
It Take-Two actually won most of the stuff, didn't it? But it was definitely up there with a lot of top 2, top 3 of all the lists.
Forza Horizon 5 still got robbed for being contender.
I know, it's weird, wasn't it? I was actually really weird that it didn't win nothing. It ran best racing car game, but that wasn't much against it. I think Dirt 5 was against it or something. Deathloop. Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo will be March 2023. If it's 12 months, I think.
Well, these are all TDBs. I don't think these were talked about in the...
Well, yeah, no, they're confirmed for Xbox, but whether we get them soon or...
I think this will be... they'll be this time next year, I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be like August, September next year, these games. Other than Deathloop, I think that will sneak out.
I mean, like Deathloop should be this year, but it just depends. Deathloop might be one of those things that they keep in the back sleeve.
Yeah, they will. They'll drop it, definitely.
I imagine if like Stalker and that gets delayed again out of December, they'll drop something like that in the the last month of the year to keep people over. Be a really good like holiday kind of game. Other than that, Indiana Jones
looks cool.
A lot of these are
6. That's hilarious. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of these are way out.
Yeah. Senua Saga 2, Halo 2.
Avowed might be next year.
Is that game actually going to exist? Does it even exist?
I mean,
Don't they keep redoing their team in there all the time?
Was it Avowed though? I thought Obsidian was fine. That's Obsidian, right?
Oh, I thought it was Avowed that had replaced one of the main people or something. Or we're going out to people asking us what stories would you like to see in our game. This wasn't that long ago. I'm sure it was Avowed.
I'm not sure.
Or was it Everworld? Or maybe it was Everworld then. It was one of those two games.
It needs to also update this. Atomic Heart was is definitely coming out sometime this year.
Ah, okay.
But it is TBD too. So
yes.
Hollow Knight Silk Song will be sometime in the next 12 months.
Perfect Dark been talked about. Yeah, Silk Song's going to come out definitely in the next 12 months.
Hypercharged Unboxed will be as well.
That's it.
But that's like a small team of 5. State of Decay 3 is the other one I want to quickly mention because apparently that is Phil Spencer's most anticipated game at the moment.
Oh, I liked 2. It was fun. I never went back to it and completed it, but I enjoyed playing it.
It's one of those games that I play a little bit. State of Decay 1 I really don't gel with.
I think it's a different team complete though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
two's a really good game.
Yeah, Tome was good. Yeah, it was a bit broken when it came out, but it's a good game now.
It's still a bit broken with some stuff.
Is it still a bit broken? I haven't played it for a while, but it was really we get cars stuck on fire in places you can't get them out of and stuff like that.
Has a really good like horde mode though, like wave thing.
Yes.
Really good. But no Gear 6 there. What is Senya's Saga Hellblade 2? That's the one I'm curious to of like. They've said multiple times that they're increasing the scope of the game, but I want to. Like when?
It's quite a short game, isn't it? Though the original.
6 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
But then, like I imagine that the original team would be a lot different, like in terms of size and scale.
Yeah. Especially as it was so successful, wasn't it? The first one.
Yeah.
Such an incredible looking game, though.
Because it's Ninja Theory, right? Pretty sure it was Ninja Theory, and then they had
Ninja Theory. Yep.
They had Bleeding Edge 2 years ago, which yep. That was a good game, but it just did not catch on. It was like trying to ride that over Overwatch kind of situation.
Yep.
And then they've also got Project Mara in development as well, but we don't know about that. What that will be. What?
Kings was making me laugh. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I just read that.
I'm so appalled by your actions to new news. It's not new news, it's special.
Man, I never realized that. They worked on Disney Infinity 3.0. Jeez.
It's random Game Pass, bro.
Random Game Pass thing. So this has been a very interesting episode. You know what though? I wanna play Roller Coaster Tycoon now. I might go out and buy Roller Coaster Tycoon. That is
it's not called that. It's called Coaster
Coaster.
Planet Coaster, yeah.
Question is, how much content is there in the game? I just need the base game. I'll just buy the base game. It'll be fine.
That's all you need. Although TA will say, but you haven't done the DLC.
I like those management simulation games every once in a while.
Yeah, they're just chill.
It's just like...
Sometimes you just need to chill out.
What else is there? Go do some Zoo Tycoon.
Oh, why don't you go... did you complete 2 Point Hospital? Just as a warm-up to Campus?
Actually, I should do 2 Point Hospital.
Because Campus is out in about a week, isn't it?
Is it that...
August 9th.
Jeez, it's been delayed so many times that I keep on forgetting how far away it actually is. Just trying to think if there's any other ones.
So the question is really, is there any Game Pass podcasts out there? There must be.
There was one that we became really good friends with called the Unofficial Game Pass Podcast. And then they changed their name.
Well, not enough content.
It's now I know it's Odran. Odran, what is it?
Oh yeah. I know Odran is a good guy.
Yeah. Good old Odran. I'm trying to think what his podcast is now.
Don't go. Sorry, Kinsman.
It's not new news. This is random Game Pass. I'm leaving. What do you mean you're leaving?
This is special.
Kingsman, you're making me feel bad as a podcast guest.
Podcast guest.
This is me filling in for Kyle and Simone.
And not
you know
doing a new news episode anyway.
I'm Kyle, and this is Simone. There we go. Cute little puppet always makes an appearance. You're just looking away in disgust.
No, I'm just watching. See who's watching us. That's all. It's quite funny. Oh, the puppet's back. Hey, I don't mind the puppet. I think the puppet's okay.
Puppet's
I have
good.
no issues with the puppet.
They don't want to do 10 minutes of puppet. It's disappointing.
I think he should have his own podcast. What Matt says is not true.
You know what? I feel like a really good management sim game now. Might do like This Is the Police.
Oh, you should do that tower one I've been playing.
Project High Rise?
Yes.
I was very tempted after hearing about it, yeah.
I got sucked into that game until I got really hard. The problem, it kind of goes, it's easy, and then all of a sudden you've got too much stuff, and you're like, I'm too much. But it's really nice and very. I was very. I think last weekend I was bored of games, and I was like, I don't want to do any fighting, so I pubbed it. And it was great.
See, this is the thing I'm struggling with putting through my head too. I'm very much in a point of time where I'm like, there's a few games like Frostpunk, for example, are like very technical,
awesome
long games.
Yeah. It's intense, isn't it?
That you like need to fully get behind. But then I'm known like in my job of knowing all the games. Like, I play like an hour each, so I've got a rough idea of different gameplay mechanics and that.
Yep. Yeah.
What works and what doesn't. And then I'm kind of like, am I selling myself too short if I focus on a few like 200-hour kind of completions? Even though it's kind of like...
But it's nice to break it up though. Because Kinsman said to me earlier, he said, you're playing too many games. It's not really. I'm playing about 4 or 5 games at the moment. I'm just bouncing between them all, depending on what mood I'm in. I'm playing those games. And as long as you're making progress, I think that's kind of... That's good. Or intending to go... Because I'll go back and finish a game like 6 months later. I'll go and pick it up and finish it.
Yeah. I'm very much like going back and forth. But yeah, 2 Point Hospital is probably one to go.
Yeah, I've started it when it came out. It was really good. And then I just went and played something else and got distracted.
I can't play Knockout City now, so...
No. It's going to be called. Email EA saying, don't pull the game. I love it.
It's going to get pulled, but nobody's on the server. It's just like... Rough.
Just leave one server for me to play it, please. I want to get all the achievements.
Just get 6 friends together.
That would be
First, acquire 5 friends.
That's right. Step 1, get friends.
Step 1, get friends. Step 2, try and get a schedule that works together. Step 3, realize that is not going to work and buy 6 consoles.
Okay. Just put teddies in front of each one. It'll be fine. Just have these are my friends.
Just get Oz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, get me help.
Just like your Teddy's helping at the moment. You got enough controllers.
He's quite busy. I think we should call it. We'll come up for 2 hours for a quick podcast.
This was an interesting special.
It's very special.
Yep. You're gonna publish this as actual content, or you just?
I don't know. I've talked to Carl. I'll let him watch it and see what he thinks.
I was just gonna watch it and be like,
"What the?"
So what?
We had people watching us. We've got like 6 people watching us. It's hilarious.
Kyle, I was forced into this.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Of course.
No, we were just like, I was just like, sure, we can run a podcast. We don't need these.
How hard is it?
We don't need these other people.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing's crashed. Everything's works.
Exactly. Although I might have muted myself at the beginning, so I don't actually think we had the intro. But
that's fine. We can.
I'll put it in the post.
We can do our best. This is not the Xbox podcast.
This is not the Xbox. This is not.
No, wait.
This is not the Xbox cast. Jesus.
All right, go again.
This is not the Xbox cast.
This is not the Xbox cast.
No.
This is just a tribute.
That's right. Exactly. The tribute, yeah.
Guitar solo, Jack Black in the background. All right, yeah, 100%. Let's call this.
Yeah, let's go. So it's 20 past 11 as well. I need to go to bed at some point. So.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, that's 2 hours out. It was as good. This worked. I think it worked, though.
This is like the one time. This is the one night this week that I don't have an appointment or a class at 11 p.m. or later.
Jeez. So
I should get an early sleep tonight.
Yeah, get some sleep. Well, thank you for Kinsman for sticking around. We love you.
Thank you for our loyal viewers of this one special podcast.
So random, yes. It's actually good because I think Carl and Smo don't like long podcasts, so it's quite good to just talk.
It's fine. We can go for 6 hours if you want.
Oh, we've done it before. I haven't done 12 hours. I think 12 hours I'll be quite tired by then. 12 hours.
I think 12 hours is okay, but it just depends on when you do it.
Oh,
like if you're starting at 12 a.m., you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Do 6 a.m.? Yeah, I think that's
6 till 6.
Fine.
Yeah. Well, we did 8 till 4. What was it? What was it? No, 10 till 4 we did. So it's kind of okay.
That's not even a full shift of work, mate.
Well, we had no breaks though, so really it is. No lunch, no morning tea, no afternoon tea. There was just constant work for 6 hours.
Why didn't you? I mean, we ordered pizza during ours.
Right, yes. No, because that's what Smo said to me at one point, because they finished at 2, which wasn't 2 past lunch. So I was like, what are you going to eat for dinner? I was like, I have chocolate. I don't know. I just got some chocolate. That was kept me going for the whole podcast.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was good. It was funny, though, because at the end of it, I was on a real high at the end of it. And then an hour later, I died and crashed.
See, I've had such a weird day because of all the meetings. Like Tuesday's my busy day where we do like the team sync up and the marketing meetings and all that kind of stuff. So like I finished all of them, didn't really have like a break in between like that section in the middle of the day. And I get to like 3:30. I'm like, let's cook lunch, dinner.
Hungry. Yeah.
Made curried sausages. Just
Nice.
put them in. And Nikki's like, oh, you like cook tea for me? Like, thank you so much. I'm like, yes.
Sure.
Cook tea for you.
Yes, that's what I was doing. Wasn't just a snack.
I'm just like, I didn't cook 2 portions in the fact of like, may as well do it now.
All right, cool. We should call it. This
Yep.
has been interesting. We'll see what people say. I think it's funny.
Yeah. Do you want more Lee and Cameron in the future?
Exactly.
Let us know.
Leron? No. Camry? No, it doesn't really work. It's like a
Camry.
Camry.
Writes me a Cadbury. Now I want chocolate. Not sponsored.
Sadly, no.
Right.
So, yeah, cool. Okay. Ciao. Good work. Did well. We did well.
I don't know. I can't remember how you close your podcast.
Oh, I press this button here. And then that happens.
There we go. I'm going to down to like 2.5 after one. Then I had something to talk about in that case. You can't? Oh, okay. Yeah. I haven't seen anything. That's the best episode of the not Xbox I've ever seen.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, you have all notifications on for your server? That's rough. For the longest time, Nikita's like part of like 4 or 5 Discords. And I purposely have ours set as like, only notify me if I'm tagged.
Often mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, but yours has all notifications on, and every single morning, all I heard was bzz, 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 bzz on the phone, and I'm like, Nikita, for fuck's sake, just pass it over.
Ah,
Too much. It's like fine. I like hearing the banter and all that, but like, not when I'm still asleep. Not when you guys are 2 hours ahead. All good. I'm gonna head off.
yeah, cool, mate. Good work.
I'll catch you later.
All right, see you there.